Welcome to badminton. Badminton is the world's fastest racket sport. Shuttles have been clocked at over 200 miles per hour. Badminton is a racket sport played by either two opposing players, singles, or two opposing pairs, doubles. There are typically 5 events: men's singles, women's singles, men's doubles, women's doubles, and mixed doubles, where the pair is comprised of one man and one woman. The object of the game is to score a point against your opponent by either landing your shuttle or birdie in the designated court area, forcing your opponent to make a bad shot and hit it out of bounds, or into the net, or make them fail to return the bird over the net. Each player or pair takes position on either side of a net on a rectangular court marked on the floor shown in the diagram. The areas of play and the boundaries for service areas for singles and doubles are different. The singles court shown in red is skinny and long, and the service area for singles also uses the inside boundary lines. The doubles area of play is the entire court, and the doubles service box uses the outer sidelines and the long service line that is only for doubles inside the back boundary line. In this video, we will be talking about singles. The game and each point begins with service. Service must be delivered cross-court or diagonal. Service must land on the correct half of the court, must land within the singles sideline boundaries, must land on or beyond the front service line, and must land on or in front of the back boundary line. Service must be contacted below the waist. The racket head must also be below the wrist. Service can be delivered either forehand or backhand. During service, both the receiver and the server must stand inside the boundaries of the service boxes and cannot step on the line at any time. If the server or receiver steps on a line while serving or receiving serve, it is a fault and a point for the other team. A fault, by definition, is when a violation of the rules occurs during the game or rally, causing the point or rally to end. A point is then awarded to the team who did not commit the violation. The following are examples of faults: serving above the waist or serving the bird with the racket head above the wrist, failing to serve the bird over the net, stepping on a service box boundary line while serving or receiving serve, not serving into the correct service box or service area, letting the bird land within the boundary lines on your side of the court, hitting the bird outside of the boundary lines, failing to return the bird over the net, and a bird hitting anything other than the racket, such as the ceiling, a person, etc. A badminton game is played to 21 points. A badminton match consists of the best of 3 games of 21 points. Every time there is a serve, there is a point scored. The side winning the rally adds a point to its score. This is called rally scoring. At 20 all, the side which gains a 2-point lead first wins the game. Badminton differs than volleyball in that at 29 all, or 29-29, the side scoring the 30th point wins that game. The side winning a game serves first in the next game. The game begins with a score of 0-0. Service begins on the right side of the court or the even side of the court. Anytime the score is even, like 0, 2, 4, 6, and so on, the servers will serve from the right side of the court. This is shown by the white highlighted squares. Remember, the serve must be delivered cross-court or diagonal. The server should not serve directly across from the server. When the server score is an odd number, such as 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on, the server serves from the left side or odd side of the court, as shown by the areas highlighted by the white squares. Again, The server must serve on a diagonal or cross court to the receiver. The server will lose a point if he or she serves into the area across from the server. During gameplay, if the server wins the rally, the server scores a point and will switch to the correct service court depending on the score. If the receiver wins the rally, the receiver scores a point and now becomes the new server. The receiver will now serve from the right side of the court if their score is even, and the left side of the court if their score is odd. When you serve, your serve must go beyond the short service line. It cannot land in the red areas. It also cannot land outside the sidelines, which is shown by the orange arrows. The serve is also out if it lands beyond the baseline, which is shown by the black arrows. After the serve, the area in front of the service line is now in bounds and in play. We are now going to see a few mock points of a badminton game. The red team is Dan and the blue team is Lee. To start a game, players can do a coin toss, rock, paper, scissors, or other method to determine who serves first. Dan has won the toss and the score is 0-0. And Dan will serve from the right side of the court since his score is even. In this rally, the blue team, or Lee, fails to return the bird, and Dan, red, scores a point, 1-0. Since Dan won the point, his score is now 1, he will move to the left service court and serve again. Lee must also change service courts to receive service from Dan. Dan serves and wins the rally again. The score is now 2-0. Dan will now move to the right service court because his score is even, 2. Dan serves again and his serve lands in the alley. Lee scores a point. Remember that the sidelines marked by the orange arrows and singles are out of bounds. If the bird lands outside the single sideline, it is considered out of bounds and the player who hits it loses a point. Now it's Lee's turn to serve because he won the rally. His score is 1, so he must serve from the left service court. Lee serves to the court across from him. Lee loses a point because he is supposed to serve diagonal, not in the court across from him, so he loses a point. Dan scores a point, and now Dan has 3. Lee has 1. Dan serves from the left or odd side of the court. Dan serves short of the service line. Remember, service must make it beyond the short service line, and it cannot land in the area in the red. Lee now has 2. Dan has 3. After a long rally, Lee lands a hard smash in the court and wins the rally. The score is now 3-3. Play would continue like this throughout the game, and players would move back and forth between the odd and even court as they win and lose rallies.